we look at the key problems in the European Union is, first of all, we have to become more competitive in the world. But how will we become more competitive? Will it be a race to the bottom? Do we want to emulate to be the same as societies, let's say, that are developing? So should we simply cut wages, cut all our social welfare systems, not have collective bargaining, not look at environmental standards, maybe not even human rights? These, of course, have given a temporary comparative advantage to some of these countries. But these are not sustainable models, and certainly not around our values. So we have to think of a new growth or a new development economic model, I believe, investing first of all in our human resources, in our youth, in education, in training, in innovation. Secondly, in the infrastructure which Europe really needs. We need an infrastructure. We are a single market, but we are a wide European Union now with Central and Eastern Europe, Southern Europe, Northern Europe that have not been connected with Western part of Europe. Energy grids, which also should be helping for green energy, broadband, and all this could be a strong investment, first of all, to become competitive, but secondly, also to stimulate our economies during a recession. The question is not, therefore, of the fact that we can find the money. The question is where we put the money. Of course, with Europe, we are split. We have a Eurozone, but in fact, we are different countries. There are different euros. This will mean that in a common market, you will have problems. This is why I think we needed a Eurobond, and you could add to that a green Eurobond, which would be to invest in these major projects. I believe then that we would find investment from around the world. There would be investment from many sovereign wealth funds, whether it's China, whether it's Arab countries, but I would say even some of the savings that our citizens have today that sometimes they put in the stock market rather than putting it into the real economy. This would be a way, if we work together, to pool our resources and invest. It is not simply an economic or financial problem, but it is a political problem. How we manage our economy, how we manage the banks, how we manage the financial system, how we create a state which actually responds to the needs of our citizens, which is less clientelistic, is not wasteful, which supports and liberates the capacities of our citizens. We have to democratize Europe. So let us think also of a Europe where the citizens have more participation, let's say electing the head of the Commission, so we have direct elections for a president of Europe, or referenda, which could be Europe-wide, or more online deliberation with our citizens, or programs such as an Erasmus for the unemployed, so that the unemployed can train in one or another country. These are the types of things I think Europe now has to rethink if we want to give the legitimacy so that Europe can make the very important leaps forward as a union. We have to work together much more. And that's the political problem in Europe. We have put the blame on each other. It's a blame game, and sort of a new nationalism that has grown out of this crisis. So is it the Germans that are to blame, or the Greeks that are to blame, or the Italians to blame, or the French? We have to break this discussion, this kind of narrative. The real narrative is we as Europeans, our strength is that we can go beyond these borders and beyond these stereotypes to work together to deal with global problems. That is our strength, and that is the test that Europe is being put through right now. I see the European project as moving from a formerly peace project to a project that now is to humanize globalization. So either we work together to humanize globalization, or globalization will dehumanize Europe.